Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome back to Jay's One Key Event 3, round of 32. We're back once again with another very exciting match as we kick off the first official Sunday match. And what a show we got for you today. We got Grape T, our number 2 seed, going against APRL03, looking to try and pull off not the impossible, but probably the improbable in this matchup. And we do actually have both players in the lobby this time around. No win by default in sight, which is lovely. As always, my name is Sparky. I'm going to be doing a bit of a solo job here in the commentary booth for right now as we get this match underway. Looks like we're going to get into the warm-ups here. Pretty decent length, pretty low star rating as well for one key. Usually anything under 4 stars is not the most dense. It's usually just some simple 1/4 streams, nothing too egregious. And as you can tell from the start, a lot of 1-2 patterning, some simple 1/4 runs. Great starts from both players on this warm-up. I think the onus is going to fall on April to maintain as high of an accuracy as they can to potentially capitalize on any mistakes coming out from Grape T. Grape T, of course, one of the better Rice players in this tournament, and put up some pretty impressive scores on the LN and Hybrid as well. So it's always scary to see a player very well-rounded, not a lot of avenues of attack possible on their side. So it's just a matter of, can they maintain the consistency? Can they avoid choking on some of these charts? When you dial down the difficulty a little bit, it can get a little hard to maintain consistency, but with their experience, I'm pretty sure they're very well equipped for the match to come. And like I said, the onus is going to fall on April to basically try and stand toe-to-toe against one of the strongest players in this tournament. Very interesting SMP gimmick going on here. The visuals making it look like it's increasing tempo, and very well could be. But honestly, it's just 1/4 streams. You just gotta keep your eyes in check, stay focused, and trust that you're hitting the notes correctly. As you can tell, both players dialed in perfectly centered UR bars for both of them at the moment. And now I can officially, as we wind down towards the end of this warm-up, introduce our co-commentator for this stream. It's going to be none other than the wonderful host themselves, the namesake of this tournament. We've got Jay. Jay, how you doing?
I'm good. What did I just watch?
One key.
That was one key, alright.
That was the most one key map of all time.
I can't. On my tournament, I cannot believe it.
How dare they?
HP 8. I mean, that's going to be the highest HP all tournament.
Oh boy. Well, they both handle it pretty well. Grape Tea picking up a single 50, April with a singular miss. It's very interesting to see. I think the talking point for this is just going to be the ratios that Grape Tea is going to pull out here in this round of 32 pool.
Oh, this is a throwback.
Yeah, throwback to JOKE3.
Trying so hard not to say last year.
That's why I just say the event name.
You just say last event.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty fun chart from what I remember.
Yeah, thanks. I think this was me. I don't think this was anyone else.
So right now, just waiting for, I think, April to download the pack. Looks like they successfully did so. So we're getting into the second warm-up before we get into the roll, bans, and that all-important first pick.
Yeah, how do you feel about seeing your seals on stream?
Oh, it's great. They're very goofy. This song feels very fitting for
It does sound very RPG like.
Yeah, after I sent these in to you for the suggestion, a friend of mine was like, "You should have made 6. You could have called him Seal Team 6." And I was like, "Oh, that was perfect. That would have worked if I was funny."
Nah, joke 6.
Yeah, there we go. Make it happen, Jay.
It'll happen in 3 more tournaments.
Yeah, 3 more. That's a good way of putting it. 3 more tournaments, not 3 more years.
We had some very funny submissions and some inappropriate submissions.
Oh no, you're gonna have to show me those after. I want to see how cursed some of these submissions got.
They're pretty funny.
You can do a lot with these seals. They're an open canvas.
Yeah, they're just a blob, and the rest is your imagination.
Pretty much. Ooh.
So April had a little give up moment.
Yeah, I think they... No need to waste the stamina or the concentration. Basically, the brain cells to do this when you know you're going to be playing stuff a lot easier in a couple minutes' time.
Am I seeing Grape Tea 100? What is this?
Oh dear lord, what? Oh no.
I think that's 100, but not max, like Marvelous.
That is like 1 or 2 300s of a 100%. Oh dear lord, 9.
God, I love Tygo players. 2. 2.
Oh, for the love of God, what is wrong with Tycho players?
The 100% non-SS.
Oh my God, that is what I like to call disgusting. A truly terrifying score.
And the 69 perfect, and the 69 in the score.
They can do no wrong, Jay. They are literally the perfect player. Like, you can't ask for a better score. And they rolled a 69 too.
That's what I'm saying. It's so flawless.
Oh my God, it is planned to perfection. It'd be funny if April also rolls a 69.
Come on, 1 in 100 odds.
No, it's 50-50. You either hit it or you don't.
That's so true.
Everything is always 50-50. You either do
you
it or
either
you
win
don't.
the match or you don't.
Exactly. No odds. Don't give me odds. Don't give me statistics. I hate statistics. Give me the 50-50 every single time. Don't send me to Vegas. Oh, okay. I think April had to go somewhere. That's why they stopped playing. 40. Okay, whatever.
That's 2/3 of a 420, so that's still a win.
True. You're missing the 2, but we'll find a way to slip it in there somehow. Alrighty, so that means that April gets the first ban in this match. I imagine La Plus or Infinity Heaven are good potential options.
Actually, I was about to say, it's very funny that we just saw JOKE3 round of 16 speed, and yeah, guess what gets announced in like 36 hours, right? It's kind of interesting to see the difficulty dynamic with what we've got coming up later.
Yeah. I mean, La Plus is basically a slower version of what we just saw. The same, like, intricate triple gallops into a 1/4 back into those triple gallops can get a little cumbersome at times. So, getting rid of that and respecting GOKE3's ability to kind of their way through that. I mean, to be fair, you leave 3 perfectly fine rice charts for them to just demolish.
Oh, yeah.
And then this club not for you, Hybrid 1 is the ban for GOKE2. Understandable. I think there's been a trend for the Taiko players in particular not wanting to play LN hybrids because they're just so good at the rice charts. There's really no reason to start picking it up. But I mean, GOKE2 has that well-roundedness that I was referring to, that they can handle those LN hybrid picks. It's just probably just a matter of preference.
Yeah, it's actually interesting because I feel like these hybrid maps in particular have very strong rice elements that the Taiko players would be good at.
Yeah,
like, I feel like the most like anti-Taiko map that we have here is probably LN2.
Yeah, Turbo's pretty heavy on the LNs. Lemon's a little too straightforward to kind of get away with, and the fact that it has that funny little burst towards the middle kind of aids towards those Taiko players. And yeah, it makes sense overall. And they're going to pick the stream pick. Well, we saw 2 on that round of 16 speed pick. They got a 999 on the qualifier.
Yeah, only 3 regulars.
I mean,
like,
in their case, probably 3 misses.
Insane. Yeah, 3 misses. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, anything under... What do you think the over-under is going to be?
Anything under 0.
I mean,
One
anything can happen.
Bust.
1 mil or bust, basically. Yeah, just put perfect on and pray. I mean,
I've actually never tried perfect mod with V2. Does it actually die if you don't get a 320?
It restarts if you hit a 200.
Oh, okay, but you can still V1.
You can still 320s, yeah. You can still, yeah. So I was alluding to it at the start of this broadcast. I think the onus is really just going to fall on April to basically maintain pace with GOKE3's accuracy and potentially, whoa, okay, like that, just capitalize on any potential mistakes. 250s right out of the gate from GOKE3, gonna put a damper on their score here. But this is just going to be near metronomic from GOKE3 from here on out.
Yeah, this is fun fact. This is also the first map that was ever finished for this tournament.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it during the showcase. This was done like early last year.
Oh yeah, very early last year.
I mean, the replay was, I think, from last year also. Or was that done for like last weekend for the showcase?
I think that was much more recent.
Okay, that's fair. But with that being said, we're going on into the second third of the chart here. Grape Tea doing a magnificent job to recover their accuracy back up to that 99.65 mark. APRL actually doing very well in their own right, and as I say, dropping a 200 on the transition, just relaxing a little bit, dropping ever so slightly back into the clutches of Grape Tea. That lead shrinks as if though it were a miss, and now they're playing tug of war with the leaderboard as they continue on with these streams, an opportunity to recompose themselves and keep picking up these 320s. But now the accuracies are tied. Grape Tea actually taking advantage now, despite basically handshaking 250s over the way of APRL, and now they've taken a score lead.
Oh, APRL picked up 2 greats here. You can also just see from the unstable bars at the bottom, APRL a little shaky on either side, and Grape Tea is just doing Taiko player things.
Yeah, this is basically bog standard, just all reds for Grape Tea, so nothing really to hyper focus on. But I mean, they showed a tiny little crack at the start, but
yeah,
I think that was
a bit of a wake up.
Yeah, that was more just maybe a bit of an oopsie doopsie, a mulligan, as I like to say. But
silly Billy.
Yeah. But APRL put up a good fight there. 4,900 points against the number 2 seed. Not a bad margin. 5. Dear Lord.
5.
You are. No, I. Jay, how? Like you play Taiko.
Yeah.
How?
It's the whole only Ack matters. It's the whole game mode.
Dear Lord, I can't begin to wrap my head around it. I can only. That's why I'm over here most of the time.
We translate very poorly to standard and catch because we don't understand concepts such as combo gaming.
True. We do not deal in the arts of combo.
Like, what do you mean I missed in the middle of the map when I have 600k score? Like
exactly. That is my biggest gripe with those game modes. That's why I only try them once a year and fail miserably. But I digress. We're going to continue on here. It's going to be Hybrid 2 for APRL here to try and answer back.
Not really the type of pick I would expect from APRL, but keeping it interesting.
Yeah, I think it's more trying to find something to put Grape Tea out of their comfort zone. Because I mean, we saw the rice ratio. How do you beat that, even on a good day?
It's a coin flip. Just win.
Exactly.
Like,
it's a coin flip, just like LN releases.
I've tossed 20,000 coins and they keep coming up tails. What's going on?
Exactly. So, try and throw in some level of choke potential somewhere. It's a shame that Grape Tea probably smartly banned out "This Club's Not For You." Those sextuplet bursts that happen towards the end of that chart can get a little cumbersome. Probably easy for somebody like them, but I mean, we've seen some players trip up on those after a while. They do start to wear away at you, but that's a foregone conversation. That map is banned. We're going to get into Burnt Rice. Not a repeat of last year's qualifier.
It's literally a different song.
Yep. Whole different vibe, whole different mood. Arguably a lot easier than that qualifier. But there are some...
We had a bit of a meme internally, which was like every year we should use a different remix of Burnt Rice.
That would be hilarious.
I think so. I don't even like the song.
It's pretty good.
Why are we using it?
I mean...
It's Richie. Blame Richie. I mean, maybe we'll have enough Burnt Rice maps to run a whole Burnt Rice 1K tournament.
Maybe. We'll make it happen. Just commission Ham enough times to make all the remixes. Alrighty, so getting into one of the harder parts in this chart, you start to get these short LNs inside of these 1/4 rice streams that can really put a damper on your accuracy if you're not too careful. You can find yourself slipping up, dropping a lot of 300s inadvertently, and we start to see some of them rain down from players, but April misses on the transition, and that is probably going to spell curtains for this chart going into the last third.
Yeah, those Ellens, they're really difficult, and they're not even consistent. They like grow and shrink with the pitch of the instrument in the background, which means that it's different timing every time you go for it.
Oh, these are the 1/6 bursts I was referring to. I misplaced where they were in the two hybrids that exist in this pool. Yeah, these do start to wear away at you.
It's like Rushmore, right? The 1/6 towards the end of the chart.
Yeah. And April misses on one of the last ones remaining in the chart. Unfortunate, but the damage was already done from that earlier one. And Grape Tea with another 999, 14. So double digits. We're getting somewhere here. But that level of consistency is absurd.
Ask Kajifas to do. I agree.
Yeah, true. True, same. And that was a PB. Dear Lord. I'm scared to think what their practice scores were.
Yeah, most people forget that there's a cat in the background of Burnt Rice.
Where?
What do you mean? The right chick's legs. There's a cat.
Oh dear Lord!
So hidden.
I yes, literally hidden in plain sight. And we're moving on over to Rice 1. Gonna go to Clara to see if Grape Tea can get on a match point situation. See if they can avoid the little slip up at the beginning. I think that was attributed to a bit of a lag spike on their end. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Still did enough to win the point in the end.
I've got to say, the competition this year is actually incredible. Like, you look at the statistics for who qualified in JOKE3, and it's like the bar has been set like way, way higher.
Oh, absolutely.
Watching like Forest Master play early, he's like 25th seed, and he was getting like really high, like 970k scores, and I'm just like, that's 25th seed. Like, what?
Yeah, there is no safe matches in this tournament once you reach a certain threshold. Everybody has some level of capability that I mean, it was on display on JOKE3, but I feel like with the player base kind of getting more into one key or just familiar with how it works, we start to see some of them come into their own. And I mean, it's very easy to latch on to some of these Rice picks. They're pretty straightforward for now. Haven't really reached any of the more technical or bursty type stuff we'll see towards mid to late game, but it's nice. It's very nice. Oh, and on the transition, the 1/3 back into those quick 1/4. April finds the drop. Gonna put a bit of a damper on their chances. With that being said, I mean, Grape Tea 99.99. There really wasn't much that they could do other than try and hang on and hope for a miss from the other side. So now I think everybody can just kind of maybe count on one hand how many 300s Grape Tea has and try and take a guess as to what the total amount's going to be as we make our way into the last quarter of the chart here.
I really like how Grape Tea was sort of ghost tapping a third note in those doublets to make it feel comfortable like a triplet, just to increase the ACK.
Yeah, it's those little things that the players do to keep themselves in time, and it's paying off. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And right now, as we make our way to the end of the chart, a lot of the hard stuff is done. Just some simple outro things to deal with.
I think he's on 2 non-320s.
693. Another 69 on the score.
What's 4? Okay. Still, like, I'm so, what's the word where it's just like, not immune, but it's like, you should be getting excited about this stuff, but I was like, I feel nothing because I'm so used to
it. I mean, you're
I'm like conditioned.
You're indifferent to it, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. There are definitely players in this tournament capable of doing stuff like this. I can think of a couple off the top of my head, and
it's the Akiri map.
Get into
I could not
Turbo.
Believe. Oh, I actually found the date for Infinity Heaven. It was finished on the 28th of April last year.
Wow. And it's now here getting destroyed by really good players.
Just by people that just, I don't know. The stream is an interesting category because it's either too easy or too hard.
Yeah, it's very easy to hit your ceiling on it, and it's very easy to find your floor on it.
Look, all these Taiko players, all they're doing is telling me that in future I need to scrap hybrid and replace it with more LN.
Yeah, I mean, I always like to say it for other key modes that hybrid is one of those categories where it kind of falls on the person picking the hybrid pick to prove that they can handle the rice part of that chart, because of the fact that since you introduce rice into the equation, it kind of brings that player into the fold a little bit more, and actually potentially put that LM player at a bit of a disadvantage when they do pick it. In one key, it's interesting hearing players say that there just shouldn't be hybrid and just should be more LN. I, for one, would like that, because that's the only
hybrid way I'm gonna... I mean, to be honest, hybrid is just a blank term for don't know what category this is, / experimental / technical.
Basically. I mean, it gives you an excuse to mix a lot of interesting outline concepts with the rice that would normally go into that stuff. You don't have to really sacrifice one or the other. You can kind of just let them marry each other. And as we make our way into the outro, it was a valiant effort from April. 31 seed putting up scores like this is terrifying, but when you're going up against the number 2 seed, you can expect 58 300s, B1SS, and another 990 to close things out by a score of 4-0.
996. He's too strong.
Near automatic. But like I said, that's what you expect from these top seeds. Very few players can match that level of performance. But
yeah, I mean, you gotta keep in mind,
it's only round of 32.
I mean, Grape Tea's C2, and only on a technicality as well, right? It's technically tied first.
Tied for first, yeah.
Man, it's too strong. These Taiko players coming to Mania and ruining their tournaments. Can't believe it.
SMH. I mean, to be fair, it's really up to the Mania players to kind of stand their ground.
I mean, hey, I did the same thing in like 2019, so that's how it'd be.
It do be like that sometimes. But with that being said, that will do it for this match. We'll be back in about an hour and a half with the next match at 4 UTC. It's going to be, let's see here. It's going to be Maimang versus Dimples Are Me.
Oh, that's cute. I just realized the like little abbreviations that Albion gave other players.
Yeah, actually makes sense type of abbreviations. It's really nice. But outside of that, I mean, Jay, do you have anything else left to add?
I love Wonky. No, that's about it. Stay tuned for the rest of the round of 32, I guess.
Yep, and we'll catch you guys later.